Boys, this is getting ridiculous. This is getting stupid. We're 4-0. We're on top of the ladder. We smashed the Gold Coast Suns Easter Saturday night, prime time. We're on fire. We are absolutely blitzing everyone that we come up against. It's just been fantastic. It was a messy game to start with, but then we're like, nah, Saints footy's good. Played some Saints footy and just smashed them. So, boys, I've never been so relaxed as a Saints supporter. This is nice. We're flying. It's good.
It's weird.
Smooth sailing. Yeah. Jake, how you feeling?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Apparently we haven't played anyone yet, though. So that's the new theme that's coming out is that we haven't played anyone.
Yeah.
But you got to play the teams around you, and right now we're peaking, everyone's below us. So it's a good time as a Saints fan.
Well, since when do we win the games we should win? So
yeah, never.
Yeah, this is different.
Yeah.
Marshy, how you feeling?
Oh, yip, lads and listeners. Yeah, feeling great. Saints footy. It's nice to have Gold Coast as our Easter bunnies now. Like, I think that's 2 years in a row.
Easter Sunnies? Or?
Easter Sunnies? Easter Sunnies. Yeah, that's good. But that's the second year in a row where we've beat them. We beat them pretty comfortably last year, didn't we?
4 goals.
There you go. So previously before that was always such a tussle. So
yeah.
Saints footy. And we did it in, I'd say, third gear. I reckon third gear.
I reckon we had that 6-goal blitz where we just went, crank it up to 4th, into 5th, off we go, then come back down, and we were still cruising. I think Gold Coast really spent all their petrol tickets in the first quarter.
They did. They did.
They came out hard.
Even halfway through the second quarter, I kind of had a chat with my uncle. I'm like, they already look like they're trailing us a little bit.
Yeah.
We didn't get it on the scoreboard as much as we would have liked, but then we kicked a few late. It's like, all of a sudden it's 22 points at halftime. I'm like, we're going to run away with this, I reckon.
Yeah.
Like, I felt that, and we did.
Yeah, all we needed to do was go harder at the ball, and they'd back off, and they did. We scared them. Yeah.
Mitch Owens scared him.
Mitch Owens scared him. We'll get cracking into that.
Can we just go straight to that? Congratulate him on his Rising Star nomination this week?
In advance. It'll happen tomorrow, but we know.
It's just well done, son.
4 and Owens. 4 and Owens.
4 and Owens. I was going to say, that should be the episode name.
I was, but Saints TV Weekly's taken that one. So
Owens the Saints. Alrighty.
Easy.
Boys, happy Easter. Happy Easter to all the Saints fans out there. I've got some chockies that I'd like to send around, boys.
Oh, thanks, man.
What are we after? We've got a variety pack in here. We've got a few Cadbury Hollow Milk.
No, next.
Nah, we got the Marshmallow Field.
Next. Marshmallow Field.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm going to have to dig deep here, boys.
You should get the Marshmallow Field, shouldn't you, surely?
Yeah, I
just for your namesake.
Yeah, true, but, you know.
Anyone call you that?
We've got...
Some do.
Yeah, marshmallow.
Caramello mini egg.
Yeah, I'll get that one.
Yeah, one of those.
Thanks, mate.
I'll go a mini egg as well.
One of them as well.
Yeah, or whatever.
Yeah. Oh.
Jeez, I never eat sugar. This is going to... start shaking on camera.
It's going to be white.
I really don't.
Oh, really? Honestly, can't
Mum gave us
one.
some chocolate for Easter, and I just gave them both to Jess. I'm like, enjoy.
Enjoy.
So while the Easter Bunny's doing his work over there, Jake and Joycey, tell me, paint a picture for us Sainters that were away for the long weekend or couldn't make it to the game. Paint a little picture for us. What did it look like on Saturday night?
If you've booked anything in September, don't. Just cancel it right now.
Yeah.
You'll be there in October, and you'll be much happier. It was a pretty small crowd.
21.
Yeah, but we expect that on Easter Saturday. Everyone's away.
Against the Gold Coast, so that wasn't too bad.
There was a fair Gold Coast crowd there as well, and they were noisy. Yeah, so good on them.
You know why? Because they had Broden, Kelly and Tom from the Arnie Donna crew. They've started up their own footy podcast, and they wanted to know why no one's chanting at footy. They clearly haven't been to Aisle 29, but so they went and sat in the Gold Coast cheer squad.
Was that? Oh,
and that's why they've had all these. You could hear it on the tally. It was actually not too bad.
It
wasn't
was
too
good.
bad. So good on them.
Yeah, it was very loud.
It's a bit sad if you're the Gold Coast where your only celebrity supporters don't actually go for you.
Yeah. But yeah, it was strange. There was a pocket as well next to the Gold Coast end, and they started doing like the Collingwood chant and stuff. They were just going for everyone. I was on the train with them. It was just a bunch of rowdy teenagers. They were getting around it. So
who are these disenfranchised youth and people that are going for the Gold Coast? Seriously,
they weren't. They were just going to the footy. I think.
Yeah,
they didn't
Neutrals?
have any. Yeah. So no, it was like. Can I tell you, tiny Aisle 29 killed it.
They did, yeah. I could hear it from where we were. They were brilliant. Even without you, mate. I don't know who was the step-in captain there.
No. It would have been Dougie and Flash as the co-capitanos.
They were great.
Yeah, so they ran a good ship.
Killed it.
I love it.
Yeah. No, it was real easy to hear. They were loving the Machito. Owens chance. The Philippo was very easy to hear. Yeah, it was a good one.
Speaking of, when are the rest of the hymns coming, Joycey?
Yeah, I was going to say, I've been I've been out of the house all weekend and I've been ridiculously busy, so they are coming. I think there's a couple of key ones I really need to get done. I think like the Caminiti.
How good is Caminiti?
Has he kicked, how many like turnover running goals has he kicked this year? That's like, he always kicks at least one a game, doesn't he? Where we intercept and then he's just waltzing in. He looks like it's in slow-mo and then he just buries it dead straight every time.
Absolutely. He's an absolute specimen. Just the vice-like grip he's got when he's going for the pill. It's so impressive
His
to
hands
watch.
are amazing.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
Was it in the last quarter where he took that mark and the defender was right on him? I can't remember who. Was it Naz that kicked it to him or someone like that? Oh, it looked like he was under immense pressure, but he just clunked it.
Clunked it, yeah. One clunk.
Really impressive.
And the big pack mark he took as well, in from the side.
Yeah.
One grab, came down with it, kicked the goal. So,
yeah, again,
another fantastic performance.
The youngsters, just again.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, they're a different breed. Windy was good.
Yeah.
He's a great set shot as well.
He's fantastic.
You trust him as much as Jack Steele in front of goal these days.
Yeah. It's a good call.
Mitchie Owens.
He makes the most of every touch. He didn't have a lot of the footy. I think he had about 17 possessions. Didn't have a lot of midfield time.
Windy.
Windy?
Oh, so, Windhagger. Yeah. So he's still coming back from his hand, so we're still taking care of him. But he makes the most of them. If it's 17 touches, it's 17. There's 5 inside 50s. It's 80+% by foot.
Yeah.
He really makes the most of every touch that he has. So that's what you want from your kids. Even if you're not going to touch the ball a lot,
make it count.
Make it count, yeah.
That reflects across the entire board. I posted earlier today, we're number 1 for disposals. Oof. Most kicks and handballs, obviously. Yep. Most marks. Most bounces in games by a fair way. And we're number 1 on the ladder. And when you get the most disposals, that doesn't usually always translate into dominating possession.
Yeah.
We had over 120 more possessions than the Gold Coast Suns.
Yeah.
Who have a pretty impressive midfield, and that was our big worry.
Yeah.
Again, Crouchy tagged in the first half. What was his numbers in the second half? 27
or something
in
like
the
that.
second half.
Yeah.
Absurd. Gresh was. We have to say, Gresh was better again.
Gresh was much better. He was looking for better options this time.
His first kick of the game was a low ball to Windy, who then kicked the goal.
Yeah,
correct.
Last week he would have blazed away.
Yep.
So credit there, we got to say, good game.
Yep. He's really leveled himself and he's doing good team things now. So really happy to see that from Gresh. Great game. I feel like I've noticed with our ball movement, especially when we take a mark, we're really taking advantage of the man on the mark. And knowing that they can't move, we're now not trying to take advantage of that by running around the back and giving the hands off to the direct left or right. We're actually making the bloke run behind the man on the mark.
So the man on the mark's there, and the guy will float there. Is that what you mean?
He'll float, but he'll cut across the back. He'll cut across. So as soon as that bloke turns around, he's already 20 metres gone. So we're working really, really hard to support the bloke who's taking the big pat mark or going on the big lead and go, okay, well, if you don't want to kick, here's your next, here's another option for you. I'll run on and I'll get this kick for you.
Yeah.
And that's why we're getting so much clean disposal and so much clean entry is because our midfield is just working that little bit harder to define whether they should help the man that's at the contest or help the next contest or go back into defence.
Yeah.
Our midfield's flying.
Every player's just thinking. They're not just playing. They really are knowing when to go, when to slow down. I haven't seen a Saints team probably since 2010. We're going to refer to that a lot under Ross because of our form.
If we didn't already refer to 09 and 10 in previous iterations,
we will now.
It's a really good
first time since 2010 we've been 4-0 with this percentage of 160. But we have so many different gears now.
Yeah.
When the game's tough and slow, we can settle into that.
Yep.
And then when the time to go is there, we go.
Yeah. Can I tell you who's setting up a lot of the gameplay and I've been really impressed by? Seb Ross.
Yeah, Sebastian.
That goal.
That goal, that was stupid.
I really thought it was Mason Wood straight away, but then I saw it was Seb. I'm like, bloody hell.
What was that?
Shrugged a tackle, runs around.
He is so lithe at the moment.
He's gone beast mode.
He has.
He's
Yeah.
gone absolute beast mode, and he's making the most of every possession. I think
People can't touch him now.
No.
He's
It must be getting halves in there and halves giving him the moves.
Yeah, there's a bit of shimmy. There's a bit of a... It's sort of like the D-Mac pounce where he gets it and he's like, ooh, I'm
And
going
go.
that way.
Yeah.
I'm loving Sebastian.
Yeah, he's on
at the minute.
fire. And he had 9 tackles as well, second most on the ground.
How many did we have for the game? That's one stat I didn't check.
We didn't get as many tackles as Gold Coast. I think the deficit was about 10.
I guess that happens when you're comfortably ahead at times. You're more
It
running.
happens when you've
aren't
got
you?
the ball.
And you're running and spreading.
They're chasing. They were
Yeah.
chasing tail. So when you've got the ball, you can't tackle.
And-
Oh,
Yeah.
except we did see that Gold Coast player tackle his own player. Do you remember that moment?
No.
Yeah.
I think it was in the third quarter. That was a
and then
pisser.
Gresh picked up the ball.
Yeah. That was fantastic. I'm
Rattled.
yet to watch the full replay of the game, but I'd love to see that moment.
The best moment was Ronnie Burns' run down on Jeffries. When he got him, pulled him by the pants
how good was
down.
that?
He got dacked,
Yeah.
holding the ball, and then I'm pretty sure that resulted in a goal.
It resulted in a goal. and
Ronnie
then he had
Burns
another
as
one.
well. The other moment when he was getting tackled and just shrugged the guy off.
Yeah.
That was
and then
the
that was when
yeah.
Owens snapped it.
That was
the Owens goal.
That was a minute and a half later. He did that. He did the
Such
chase
a-
down
yeah.
tackle, set
Yeah.
up that goal, and then set up the next one.
I'm loving Ronnie Burns at the
Yeah,
moment.
he's
We are
playing
loving
really,
Ronnie
he's
Burns.
playing
So
really,
good.
really well.
Yeah.
Liam Stocker as well. Credit to the back line again. We only conceded 8 goals. So we're up to about 227 points out of 4 games.
Yeah.
So after 4 games, we had already had a better defence than a lot of teams based on their 4 games or 3 games that
Yeah.
they'd played. It was ridiculous.
And I've officially, I'm no longer going to Moorabbin to crap on the front doorstep
Of Ben Long.
for getting rid of Ben Long, because if we had kept Ben Long, we're not getting Liam Stocker.
Yep.
And I love
Oh.
Liam Stocker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so spot on.
He's such an
Yeah.
impressive bloke.
Yeah. And then
Even
I
listening
think
to
Ben
him-
Long's in trouble this week too. He did
he-
a sling
did he
tackle on
just-
Butler.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he had a very off game, poor fella.
Yeah, I
Benny.
thought so did the whole Gold Coast team.
And Stocker, like outside of the possessions and everything, he flies the flag for his team. Have you seen
Yeah.
that TikTok where it was a
Yeah.
Mason Wood that copped the hit?
Yeah.
And then Stocker comes around and just throws his weight around.
I
Oh,
love seeing that.
that just pumps everyone up.
He's a good character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
He's
need
a
players
ripper
like that, don't
character.
you?
Yeah. He's got a lot of confidence about him. For a bloke that hasn't played a lot of football, he's got a lot of confidence.
And just
I
loves
love
the
it.
physical aspect
He
of
loves-
it. And
he loves
and-
footy.
Yeah.
He bloody loves footy.
And he loves playing for his mates.
Yep.
So that's because that's something that we've been screaming out for years.
Fly the flag.
flag.
That's it.
Yeah.
He did it at Carlton, to be fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's doing it at the club
He's a
again,
good
which
man.
is great.
Yep. Captain Cal.
Oh, to be fair, Cal and Dukes, bloody hell.
Yeah.
Cal and Dukes.
30
Cal and
marks
Dukes.
between them?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Bonkers.
Ridiculous.
That is so stupid.
Yeah.
That is so stupid. And Dougal, his kicks are so good now.
I know.
Those
He's going
little darts.
across
was
goal
the one
darts.
to I think it was to Nas. Like he just
The low drill.
the low
Yeah.
drill.
Yeah.
It was like that high.
That's
Yes.
a Nas kick, and he's
really-
doing it.
It is.
Yeah. Oh, it was so cute.
He's found his niche.
Yeah.
It's that kick.
Yeah.
I prefer
the
him
little
doing
stab.
I prefer him doing the little stab over a long bomb.
Yeah.
Like that. They are just so powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're still not giving you the kick outs.
Yeah.
Did you see him again? Like
He tried
Did he
again,
hover?
did he?
he actually loitered in the square. Like he wasn't moving. And they're like, come on, I'm gonna kick the ball. I think it was Sinks or
Probably an in joke now. He's just going to do that every day. And
So good.
Another key player, Higo, the 5. Off
yeah.
the back of the
Man.
4. He's loving that. There's no one better than him at those snaps now in the comp.
That's right.
Around the corners.
But not on the left.
Although-
Not on the left.
Yeah, I was
not
going to
on the
say,
left.
that
Higo,
was
mate,
ridiculous.
pull your head in. Pull your head in. That was stupid.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
I kinda
That's
wanted-
a drop punt.
Yeah.
That's a drop punt.
Yeah.
But that was such a good game from Higo.
Yeah, he was brilliant again. Another,
22 touches or something
22
like that.
touches. So in the last 2 weeks, he's had 9 goals and 40 touches, as opposed to rounds 1 and 2, he had 17 and 1.
Yeah.
He's doubled and then kicked 8 more.
He's finding his place.
Yeah.
Absolutely finding his
He's
place.
super. And even Butler, he kicked the 1, and it would have been nice for him to kick the 2.
Yeah.
but he still did a lot of chasing, a
Yeah.
lot of harassing, and
Yeah.
they're
That's his
both
job.
in
And he
form
set
at
up
the
quite a
moment.
few goals and
He did.
scoring opportunities. Yeah.
They're in form.
Yeah.
Our forwards are in form.
You know what was really hot to see? The 35 in the guts.
That was nice. He had a lot of time in the midfield and he creamed him.
Yeah.
It was so nice.
How awesome is to have that as a luxury, if you will, to be able to put Sinclair in
Yeah.
the middle.
Well, yeah, I think that now Stocker and Naz have now given us that option. Like, yep, we've got complete confidence now that you boys can take care of the ball movement out of defence.
And because
And Wilkie as well.
yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
And Dukes with his little stabs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Wilkie's run out of defence. That's what I was impressed. That's what I haven't seen from him. He was kicking, then receiving the handball back, creating the next play, and then getting back, taking an intercept mark if it gets turned over. Like, he was just doing everything.
Yeah.
He was really playing a Sinclair role when Sinks was in the midfield.
And Filippo as well got some good time in the guts. The
Yeah.
most
Yeah,
he's probably
he
had
needs
this
it.
year. He had the
Yeah.
18, kicked
Yeah.
the goal. So, again, another solid performance from him.
Yep.
Yeah. And speaking of like people doing everything and allowing Sinclair to go on the guts, you just our wingmen like Mason Wood and
Yeah,
Burns and just our forwards. Everyone is just in the back line helping out, and
Yeah.
like the good distributors, the good line breakers, like Bradley Hill as
Yeah.
well.
Brad-
It
You
started in
know?
the first passage of the game where Gold Coast were going to kick a goal and Mason Wood was on the goal line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he marked it and sent it back in. Like, that's elite running.
Mm-hmm.
That is so good. To be ahead of the game as a wingman and judge where you need to be is the
Yeah.
hardest position on
That's
the football field.
That's a two-way runner right there.
Yeah.
That's a guy that has a tank.
Yeah.
Can go all day.
Yeah, I'm just so impressed. I'm sure there's people that we haven't talked about. Poor bloody
Well,
Jackie
even-
Bytel.
Jackie Bytel, that was devastating.
Yeah,
That
was,
type of tackle needs to be banned. That the jiu-jitsu wraparound tackle,
Yeah,
like,
with
it's
the
so
legs.
dangerous. We
Yeah.
just, you know,
You can't-
in rugby
yeah.
league, that's a getting looked at by the match review because
There you go, yeah.
just dropping your weight, it's just so dangerous.
Yeah.
Like on the lower legs. So
Yes, yeah, true.
Apparently, it's lower grade, which is
Oh, that's
good from
good.
what I've heard. Ankle.
Yeah, he was getting
Um,
strapped up and they were going to send him back on.
okay,
And I think
Yeah,
they
so I
got the
think he'll
message from
probably-
the coach's box just like, nah, don't
Yeah,
do it.
Definitely don't play him this
Yeah.
week.
And Rowe was okay.
Yes, he was
Mate,
just subbed off.
Yeah.
Very smart.
Yeah.
Give Cordy the reins there. We didn't need to risk.
Well,
Rowe.
he's the key for next week.
Yeah,
So
he
that's
is.
clever because Collingwood don't have a ruckman currently.
and we saw what Brisbane did.
And they
Took
damaged
huge
him.
advantage.
Yeah.
Killed him out of the middle.
Yeah.
and like having what's his name Witts be a late withdrawal that
helped.
That was handy.
That was a huge boon.
When
for
I
us.
saw that, I was like, we should win this comfortably.
So
now.
I didn't
Yeah.
know it happened. Like, I was busy during the day and then I got to the ground and the debutant came in. I was like, what's going on here?
That's-
Did they have to fly him down?
Well, funny you mentioned that. This is how prepared we are. Have you guys read that even when that late withdrawal happened, Ross had the midfield group discussing this new debutant, or what's his name?
Ned
The new-
Moyle.
Yeah.
What is it?
Ned Moyle.
Ned Moyle, discussing his tapping patterns pre-game.
Oh, really?
Like they went to that level.
That's so good.
And it's his first game or whatever. You don't know this guy, but they're
Yeah.
still wanting to know where the hell's this guy tapping?
Yeah.
What's he done pre-season? Because we need to know for tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's next
Yeah.
level preparation that
Yeah.
we haven't seen.
He'll be good too, I reckon.
He'll be good, but taking that sort of respect, even
Oh,
for a
yeah.
first, most teams would be
That's
like, doesn't
right,
matter, we'll
respect,
deal with
yeah.
it. But he's respecting
So
this guy,
he was an emergency, was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
and then laid
Missed
in,
him, yeah.
and then pull the midfield boys across, and let's talk about him. What has he got that can hurt us?
Jeez.
So that's awesome.
That's such great level of detail. And I'll tell you what, if we keep it up and we get another DVD release, the title of this DVD, it's going to be called The Process.
The process, yeah.
Because that's the buzzword down there, isn't it? Like everyone's talking about the process.
process, yeah.
Ross Lyons presses, process, Stocker,
Yeah.
process.
Yeah,
What do you reckon the process is if you had to have a stab at it?
the process.
Oh, God, it's processes.
There's a
That's
lot
the,
of
that's the
factors in that.
process.
Yeah.
It's not processes, it's the process.
The process. Step one is get the fundamentals right every single week.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
step one. Kicking, keep it simple. Always tackle, always chase.
Yeah.
Use your voice. It's the stuff you would learn when you do, under 10s.
yeah.
Really going back to that. And we're
Yeah.
doing that every week so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it's the next level. Then it's the icing on the cake.
I'd love to see the process
That's
whiteboard when they
We
cooked it up.
can't release it.
Nah.
There's no filming. No filming.
They won't let me do
Yeah,
it.
I thought it was so funny when they put that up and like no filming. It's like, oh come on, seriously, like.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, yeah, pretty glad. Like, pretty glad because there is obviously some things that we know that others don't, like that Saints know that other teams don't, and it's just working a treat.
It is.
So
it's going to be a big one on Sunday. Can't wait for it.
It's going to be huge.
It's going to be massive. The next 2 weeks, honestly, Collingwood and Carlton.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
big tests.
Very excited. Alrighty, well, I'm going to finish this chucky off.
Do it, mate.
Are you still going the
Smash
marshmallow?
it.
Yeah. Well, the problem is I don't want to hear I don't want the listeners to hear my chewing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because it is quite. It is nice and soft and spongy.
Yep.
But then I reckon we'll get stuck into some Jakey's junk mail.
Yeah, let's do it.
You.
Jakey's junk mail. Jakey's junk mail. Jakey's junk mail. Jakey's junk mail.
Let's get cracking.
Straight into it.
Straight into it.
This one's from Tom. I think Josh Battle isn't getting the recognition he deserves right now.
Yeah,
Agreed.
Fair call.
How
Agreed.
good has he been?
For me, he's almost first in our best and fairest.
Yeah?
I think he's been our most consistent player all year, and he would like Ross will be all over him. He's that tight.
That's a massive
He's
call.
been
but
unreal. He's kind of slipped into that Wilkie role where just does everything so well, but yeah, perhaps is not getting the true spotlight on him.
Yeah.
I love that when the ball's floating and you can always see he's in the right spot and you know he's going to clunk it.
Yeah.
You know who will bring
Every
him
time.
up first and get him some recognition is Matty Lloyd.
Yep.
Yeah, Matty Lloyd loves him. Coached him at Haileybury.
Yeah, true. This one's from Chad. Are we witnessing the most prepared that we have seen with the maturity and confidence coming together for the largest range of first-year players from last year and this year? Filippo, Sheasel, Caminiti, Winhager, Dacos. The maturity of a lot of these new youngsters.
Yeah, this is
Unreal,
like this,
isn't it?
Yeah, this is almost a super draft again, and that's what they labelled it as.
Yeah.
When we were going into it, they were like, "Oh, this could be the next super draft."
Yeah.
And I think they're right. Like, so many guns from there, all making big impacts, and Machado.
And
Enough said.
And in between podcasts, we had Naz re-sign.
Yes, we did. Yeah, Naz is
So
back
good.
on for another 2 years.
That was massive. End of 2025. So
Yeah.
hopefully
Yeah.
we can get Gresh sorted. Filippo as well, the big one.
Yeah.
It's a really good sign of the trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These youngsters, they see
Yeah.
where the club's going.
I reckon my tip is, like, I don't know if we'll retain Naz for his whole career, but if we sign Filippo on for 2 years, he'll be a Sainer for life.
Nas will.
No, Filippo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we want that too.
Yeah, I reckon he's that type of character. Yeah.
This is from Anthony. Happy Easter, one and all.
Thank
Happy
you.
Easter, Anthony.
Yeah, have an egg, Anthony.
Yeah. What do you want, mate?
Saint Anthony.
What's the Saints TV view on what Matthew Lloyd said about the drinking culture and how it's changed at Moorabbin?
It was very. I found that
You
very
like that?
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
'cause-
Oh, so can you give me a little recap of that? Because I read the
That was
article.
yeah.
Is that what it was?
It was on Footy Classified. I
Yeah,
think.
it was
And
all
then
pretty
on Footy
classified.
Classified, yeah,
and
so tell us about
that was
it.
one of the. I think that was one of the things that came out of the review.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
basically that was one of the first things that Rossi addressed. And
Yeah. So clarify for us what the drinking culture means, because it's a catch headline. It's clickbait. It's like
it's
Ross
just
chats about drinking culture at St Kilda and wants it to.
it's
you
just I think if you want to be the ultimate professional, professionals maybe stop at 2 or 3 beers.
Yeah.
Rather than just being out all night. And
Yeah.
then that sort of flows onto the preparation and things like that. And I think a few of the boys, pardon the pun, were just taking the piss.
Yeah.
And that was one of the first things he addressed and gave it the old, put your hands up if you like a beer,
Yep.
2, 3, so
Yeah.
on and so forth. And there's some players apparently that thought it was a bit of a laugh.
Yeah.
And the fact that there was, some players getting pressured for not having a drink.
Yeah.
That's what
that
I was
one
there.
And that's, you can't have that.
No, it can't have peer
So
pressure there.
that's all been ironed down. And
The only pressure you should feel is in the football club to keep improving yourself as a person.
exactly.
Yeah.
It should be the other way around nearly.
Yeah, it should. Yeah.
So, very good. I like that.
Yeah.
Some people saw that as Lloydie taking a stab at the Saints, but there would be few in the media that would have direct sort of contacts to the club.
Yeah.
That Lloydie does. Yeah,
And he mentioned, like, you know, people would go out on a Wednesday to have a drink and they'd see Saints players.
Yeah.
And they'd
Yeah.
see them out quite
Yeah.
a bit. And I've heard many stories of that where, I'm out on a Tuesday night and I saw X, Y, and Z there. And, you know, like, okay, fair enough. But there must have been more as well.
Yeah.
We've got a poem this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, hit us with it. Oh, I'm so excited.
All right.
I love this.
Let's go.
G'day boys, it's Tim and Noy with this week's poem. 0-4, Mitch Owens scores, never outgunned nor outnumbered. Our young guns outshone old Ben Long's sons, and Max King Light had blunder after blunder. A fun young club, I won't shun the Suns, but for years now we've been stronger. Perhaps one day they'll contend with us, when they've been around just a little bit longer.
Brilliant.
Very toit. Very
Very,
toit.
very nice.
Max King Light.
Yeah, Max King
Ben
White,
King
not
is
Ben
Max
King. Do you want my take?
Yeah.
And it might come up in the Jakey's junk mail. Is there anything about Ben King in there?
No.
No.
Yeah, feel free.
Yep. I reckon that was it for Ben King.
You reckon he's
I reckon
done?
we'll get him.
Oh, you reckon?
Yep. We're going to pay a bit of cash and we'll get him.
Why is
Just
that?
because of his, what,
Didn't
demeanour?
look
Or?
happy. Did not look happy. I reckon Stewie Jew's done. That was the end. I reckon you put a line through Jew. As soon as he goes, Ben King goes. Because we're playing attractive footy. People want to come.
Yeah, that's it. If we can
That's
maintain the
wonderful.
rage.
Yeah, it's one of the articles I've read. It's like when your kids are playing well, it's really attractive to people at other clubs that want to come across. So
And someone did ask that at the social
at the social
pre-game. They asked D-Mac,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
has Maxi been in the ear of his brother, you know? And he's just like, I don't know, really.
Yeah,
Probably.
make sure you come down to the social club at home games because we're
Yeah.
emceeing it now. So we got to interview D-Mac and Jackie Hayes. And
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, that was brilliant. They were fantastic. So
Yep. Next one will be round 7, Friday night, Port Adelaide.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we'll probably get there
Grudge
and do
match.
it then.
The
So
pair.
that's
The
going to be a
pair.
big one. Yep.
Yeah, it will be a big one. And also, we will talk about it after Bentley Social this Sunday.
Yes, we will bring
psyched.
that up.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
This is from Slugger. You lads coming over to Radelaide. No, I won't be there, sadly, but we will be somewhere else.
We'll be at
Oh,
the
we'll be
Bentley
at the-
Social.
All of us
Yeah.
will all be there.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. Well, it's going to be a big night.
It's a shame there's not a big round table at the Bentley Social
Yeah,
because we could be the Knights of the Round Table.
that's it.
Ashley's asking, who do you think comes in for Bytel? Because Sandy, they were quite quiet this week. They lost. They were 5 goals up at quarter time and then only kicked
Yeah.
1 goal for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Highmore had 17 marks or something. He had a big day. And Sharman had 22 disposals. I think he played in the guts or in the midfield,
Okay,
from what I read.
interesting. Yeah.
And then after that, Tom Campbell had 27 hit-outs. But we're not going to go with another ruck based on what Ross said pre-game last week. Someone asked him, you know, Tom Campbell's in good form, Max Heath's in good form. Would you look at having a dual ruck? And he's
Yeah.
like, he literally said, nah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Rowe's doing
Yeah.
the job.
Yeah.
So I
I'd
love
hope
that he
Tom
just-
Campbell is an emergency.
Who
As per
comes in?
usual.
Who
What,
comes in
what
for
other
Bytel?
mids are there?
You wouldn't, though, would you?
Have we reached the
It did-
end?
Almost.
You'd almost go Paris for some speed and some.
Yeah.
But we've got Butler and Higgins and Gresh, so do you
Yeah.
go? That's
Yeah.
I reckon
it's-
Gresh more midfield time would
Would
kind of solve it. We've got midfielders at both
so. Does
ends,
Sharman play? Highmore? Would they be a sub?
Yeah, I don't know. We've got to have a hard look at Collingwood, and I think we'll talk about that in the preview for the game because that'll take a bit of thought.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah.
But that's provided that Jack Bytel's ankle isn't awful and he can play.
True.
Yeah.
Andrew says, I know there have been some great individual performances on the weekend, but something I noticed that signifies the change in mentality this season is Hilly trying for a diving smother when we are 45 points up.
Yeah, good
He was
shout.
never
Yeah.
going to get there, but that kind of effort is evident in the whole side and something Hilly has copped a fair bit for in years gone by. And guys that don't do the 1%ers stand out much more.
Yes.
Saints footy is just so great to watch at the moment. Bring on the pies.
Yeah, that's so spot on. And he did it against Essendon too. Didn't have a great game against Essendon. Had a good last quarter. And in that last quarter with 30 seconds to go, threw himself across someone's boot and got it out of bounds.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
He's
his
been unreal.
1%ers.
How good was
been
his
great.
goal?
Oh,
That was
loved
so funny.
How they
Yeah.
just kept bringing him out. It's like, stuff
Yeah.
it. I'm just going to take a
Yeah.
ping.
That's what I was sitting with Dad and like went out the first time. Whistle went again for the second time. I said to him,
Just take
he'll,
it.
he'll kick this.
Yeah.
Like I've seen him kick those ones before. And he went around, nailed it. I was
Yeah.
like, yep. That's Brad Hill at his peak, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
This one's from Sean. Hey, boys, loving your work. As always a cracker.
Shawnee.
I have a memorabilia question. I have this Faulkner brand Saints Tony Lockett promo footy, and I was wondering if anyone knows what it would be worth, etc. Not being used, just flat, since it's probably 30 years old. If you can help, that would be great. I think, Marshy, you want to...
Yeah. Look, if it's
Look at this
leather,
footy. Look at that.
Oh, yeah,
give us
these
a- give
ones.
us a squeeze.
Put it up.
Check it out for the...
I'm stuck behind my mic. I can't get out. Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Is it? If it's hand signed, it's definitely worth. Well, I reckon you'd get maybe 100 for it. But if it's just printed, probably not much, to be honest. Like, I reckon you'd maybe go tops $50 and. Oh, sorry, mate. And yeah, what do you reckon?
Oh, yeah, I'd say hundy.
Yeah.
I'd say a
Nice.
hundy.
It's a nice
Yeah.
footy.
I'm glad they asked. I love porn stars.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. I'm not going to give you more than $100 for this. I'm not going to make any money. So that's the bottom line.
It's worth like $1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, just 100.
Yeah.
Tom says, mate, it's a bit off Saints topic, but I just love to, if only for a moment, give a highlight and unheralded hero. The goal umpiring goat himself, David Roden.
Yeah, I like that.
Absolutely loved watching the replay at home and seeing the bloke smile as he signalled through every goal that went over his head. If only there was more of him out there in the umpiring ranks.
Yeah, he loves footy.
Loved watching him play, but he's such a good
I
umpire.
want to see him do the worm. He does the worm.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he used
Yeah.
to do the worm after a win.
They should let him do a backflip like every goal he goes
really
through or
express
something.
himself. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Bit of
I love David
personality.
Roden. Good shout.
Yep. Stay lucky is as mentioned. Brisbane showed how easy it was to exploit Collingwood's game plan and get easy goals out the back. Does our game plan stack up to do that, or do we alter it?
Well, I think it stacks up to do that, but it's not easy. Like,
I mean, no.
yeah, it's not easy to exploit. But yeah, I think the way that we can put that burst, like we still have the ability to put a burst of 5 goals in a row on the board.
Have we done that? I'm trying to think. Round 1, I think we did it against Freo.
Yeah.
Round 2, we definitely did against the Dogs.
Yeah.
Round 3,
4.
we did. So we've had bursts every week, but
Yeah.
but those bursts haven't really been like defining like last year where
No.
we had like 15 minutes. It
Yeah.
was like kind of like a sustained period of 40 minutes of good footy, and then we get the burst.
Yeah, true.
You know,
Well,
so
yeah,
we
we kept
eventually
going.
crack. Like,
Yeah.
there was that passage I think in the third where Gold Coast were pinned in their back line and they would try
Yeah.
and hack it out, and it went out on the full about 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, they
and
couldn't
then
get
we
it
just
out.
kept
Yeah.
getting it in there until it just cracked.
Yeah.
We broke them, you know.
Oh, we broke Gold
yeah.
Coast. Yeah.
The most enigmatic stat in the comp, the pressure gauge, Channel
Yeah.
7's pressure gauge or Foxtel's one. What does that mean? What do you think that means?
I don't think anyone really knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for
Why
whatever
was it
it's
high?
worth, we're off the Richter scale.
Yeah. Oh, we'd be the number 1 in the competition. By
Yeah.
far. Yeah.
And Bailey, lucky last, and this leads us into the big game. Matching up against the Pies, how do you think we match up? I feel pretty good about it. What's the
Yeah.
biggest matchup for the game, like player v player? Is it
Well, I
stopping
think that-
Dacos?
Yeah, I think we got to
Yeah.
get someone onto Dacos. He does so much damage.
He was so good against Brisbane.
Yeah.
38 or something and 2 goals. Like,
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Do you tag him, Windy? Or is he going to play half back? He'll play half back, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you'll play half back, yeah, and you'll
So-
play minutes in the midfield too.
So who can exploit him going the other
Probably
way?
be a Butler or someone like that. Someone that can go with him for pace. Or Burnsy. Ronnie Burns.
Yeah, Burns
Chuck
is
Burns
good.
on, because Burns
Give him the
covers
task.
Ks, and he's fast. Yep, Chuck Burnsy on him. And
that's a good call.
get into him. He hasn't been physically tested yet, Nick Dacos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hasn't had to be the man yet. So I'd be digging elbows,
Messing up his hair gel.
messing up his hair gel,
Yeah.
get stuck into him and make him prove himself. Because usually when that happens to a player and it hasn't happened before, they disappear and disappear very quickly.
Oh, imagine a long ball in and Dacos is sitting near it and Owens is running at it. Oh,
Yeah.
my Lord. That's where you set the tone. You
Yeah.
got to smash a bloke like that
Yeah.
to say, we're here and we're going to hurt you.
Yeah.
We're going to do that to the whole Collingwood team.
Yeah.
We really have to be physical in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what we love at the moment. We
Yeah.
love being physical.
Yeah.
Like Windy, Caminiti loves the
Caminiti.
physical
Oh,
stuff.
doesn't he? He loves crashing packs.
Where's he come from? I can't get over it that the fact that this bloke was not on a list.
Yeah.
and he's just doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
Have we had forwards like Caminiti and Owens, like better forwards where they drop the mark or it's spoiled, but then
They're back onto it.
They're back onto the bloke that has it and just lock it,
Yeah.
like
Second
vice,
efforts.
just lock it up and the ball goes nowhere.
I haven't seen someone that bounces up as quickly as Machado Owens
Yeah.
in years.
Yeah.
Years. Well, I reckon one of the other players
Maybe
in the competition. Hamill
Hamill
was
maybe,
brilliant.
yeah.
I
That's a good call.
reckon Isaac Heaney gets up real quick from
Yep.
coming down, but it is special for someone his size to not only have an impact in the air and then at ground level.
What
and
about
also
that-
just a little bit of a specky on the weekend from
Just a
Machado.
cheeky specky.
Took out-
Just a cheeky one.
Took out Mason Wood.
Yeah. What do you build a platform out of?
On his shoulder as well.
Yeah.
That
What do you,
was
such a good-
what do you build a platform out of?
Yeah, that's true.
Wood.
wood.
And that turn on the wing, that's underrated too.
Oh.
Where then he chipped it to Filippo.
Yeah, so good. Yeah, he took
You
on.
knew it was
he took on
coming,
Mac
but-
Andrew, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Like
got
he
so
knew.
much willpower.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's mental strength. It's willpower.
And he must have a much bigger tank than we think. Because
Yeah.
he played 90% on ground.
Yes. Yeah.
That was one stat I was like, really? I thought
Yeah.
he came off, but he only came off a few times
And 19 contested possessions.
out of 27.
And he got a massive cheer when he came off the ground too.
Yeah.
Massive cheer.
Oh, he's it's rising star. He's got it in the bag this
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Like
If he doesn't get nominated,
Surely.
then
Oh.
we need to do something.
there's
about
no,
it.
I can't think of another youngster that got
You never
close.
need to make some
No
noise on
one's-
Twitter.
Like Sheasel went well, but he's already been nominated.
Yeah.
No youngster's
Um,
done what he's done.
Nah.
on the
Ashcroft
weekends.
has been nominated. Who else could possibly get it this week?
Don't know.
Anyone from Hawthorn today? Nah.
No.
Oh, no.
No,
when
not
you're
after
getting
their
smashed by
10 goal,
100 points, yeah.
15 goal loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, so get it ready tomorrow.
Yeah,
The
and
post-
if it doesn't happen, Jake, you need to make some noise on Twitter.
I will start a petition.
Yeah.
Or just do a video where
Get
I'm
the volcano started.
doing the usual and whinging. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
That'll
it.
get
yeah.
that'll get traction.
Yeah.
But the game, let's talk about it. First
The
of all,
game.
we're not going to be there, but we are going to be
We're going to be
at the Bentley Social, our sponsors of for Junk Mail.
Really our pride and joy.
Yeah, our pride and joy. First time this year, and could it have been better set up, Marshy?
No.
Nah.
Come on, when we planned this pre-season, we're going. Our first one's at the Bentley Social. It's round 5.
Yep.
Could we have imagined being top, undefeated, playing the Pies who are not in the top 4?
No.
Unreal.
And it's going to be a big crowd at Adelaide Oval.
100%. And they'll all be on the Saints train. So
Yeah.
I reckon it'll be maybe lucky to be a quarter Collingwood.
Yeah.
The rest will be either Saints or neutrals going for
And
Saints.
whoever's not there, they're going to be at the Bentley Social.
Yeah, exactly
Yeah.
right.
That's gonna, it's going to be.
We're gonna have
that's
to
going to be a
start-
sellout.
We're going to have to start knocking people back.
yeah,
it's getting close.
That's
It's getting
the
close,
thing, 'cause
Sainers.
the venue can hold 250.
I reckon we want to test that. Saina's listening
So they need to go from the interested to
the
going.
RSP. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've
Interested
got,
to going.
I think we've got 68 at the moment on going.
Yeah.
But there's 116 sitting on interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is very
It's Monday
difficult when you
night.
get invited to it because it just shows you the interested. It doesn't show that you can actually click going. So
Yeah.
Oh,
get in
doesn't
there.
it?
No, it doesn't. Yeah.
You have to
So
go-
I
you have to
always
dig
get
deep.
confused. Yeah, I have to dig deep, get in there, click going. I think I fell for that too.
Yeah.
Because like if it does get to a point where we've only got like, the goings have reached 250,
Yeah.
then we're gonna have to do a guest list. And if you're
We
not on
will.
the going,
Yeah.
you might just have to go next door to Sonder or somewhere. But
Yeah.
it's gonna be packed. It's
gonna
gonna
be
be
Like we went for the Brisbane game last year where that was after the bye. We were 8-3.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was close to 200. I think that was a
Yeah.
big. This is going to be bigger,
Yeah.
surely.
This is going to be way bigger.
Yeah.
We're 4 and zip.
Before and
That's
zip,
it.
and we're playing the Pies, man.
And
wanna be
Collingwood,
around it.
there's no Collingwood allowed. So if you want to
Yeah.
bring your mate and they're Collingwood, I'm sorry.
And if
but
you're Collingwood and
they-
you're going to come, you're wearing red, white, and black
exactly,
anyway. So
yeah. So like it's legit a thing.
Yeah.
Security, yeah, they're not letting in Collingwood.
discounted drinks as well and
Uh-huh.
food, and then the game on projector screens, and it's going to be just red, white, and black everywhere.
Live
Just chatting
it up.
Saints
Yeah.
Can you
footy.
tell us a little something about the drinks?
Yeah, something
What's going
about
on there?
drinks,
What's going on
yeah.
with the beers?
Yeah, well, this is going to be a nice special touch.
Yeah.
But obviously, we've teamed up with Mornington Peninsula Brewery, and they've mustered up a Saints TV lager that's going to be on tap on Sunday night. You're going to see the Saints
Don't
TV
worry,
logo.
Jake didn't taste test it.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't drink beer, so this is awkward.
Get a
but
very grapey tasting beer.
it's actually just red wine.
Yeah, red wine on tap. Yeah.
But yeah, that's going to be a special touch on the night. We didn't do that last year, so
Yeah.
thanks to Mornington Peninsula for doing that.
Yeah.
So those little touches is just going to make the night feel even more.
There'll be a prize for best
It's going to be all
dressed.
Saints footy prize. Marshy will pick the best dressed out, so rock up in your best colours.
Yeah,
and,
best gears.
Best
yeah.
gears.
cheer your loudest. We're going to sing plenty of songs as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Plenty of hymns. So it's going to be such a good night.
Are you
Can't
going to be
wait.
doing any music, Joyce?
You've given me ideas with the hymn,
Yeah.
but I'm really trying to relax on the music for a little bit just to give the vocal cords a rest.
We've got to-
Back up.
Should we set up? Can we set up during the week just a build up playlist and then end it on Saints are coming with you?
Oh,
two?
well, it's standard. The Saints are
We ha-
coming.
that's-
That's getting played before
that's
the bounce.
as they run out, right? We play that, or just before.
They're going to run out and we're going to listen to when the Saints go marching in. It's going to be
So it'll
before the
just
bounce.
before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah. So same as we did it last time I was
Yeah.
there. We're going to thump it. We're going to get pumped up.
Yeah.
This is a big night.
Saints footy. Big night.
Like if
Gonna be
we win that,
5-0, and it couldn't be any better position because I know that I saw people were wanting. How good is it? We're actually relevant. We are so relevant, and they're whinging that the top of the table clash is in Adelaide. They want to bring it
Yeah.
back to the MCG, and that's all well and good. Wouldn't mind playing at the G, but it just bodes well for us to play in neutral territory.
it's almost,
Yeah, it
it's
does.
almost like 2020 again.
Yeah.
Kind of that
a bit of
hub feel.
life, yeah.
Get there. Hopefully, we get there a day or two early. I wouldn't mind that from
Definitely
the
will be,
boys.
yeah.
Enjoy it. It's their first trip on the road for a lot of the new boys.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So hopefully it's a good experience.
And we play Adelaide, who they're travelling pretty well themselves. So
Yeah.
it gives us a look at Adelaide Oval before we head back there later on in the year.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I don't know how the weather will be, but there's a Geelong game before that
Yeah,
at 1:10 or
yeah,
something.
Geelong
So
West
the
Coast,
ground
yeah.
might be
Oh, it's
ruined a
at
little
Adelaide
bit.
Oval.
Yeah.
Geelong. Oh.
So we're after that at 4:50. So I don't know how the ground's going to hold up. Maybe check the weather as well. If it's going to be raining,
Now. Yeah.
I'd almost back us a bit more if it's a bit wet
Oh,
and
yeah.
dewy.
Yeah,
We haven't played wet yet, so
And Collingwood like the slick football.
they do.
So
Brisbane did really well to hold that up.
they did.
First time this year a team's been able to do it.
And they got them, very quickly out the
Yeah.
back. The Cameron, McCarthy's, playing Rayner forward finally,
yeah.
paid massive dividends
Yeah.
for them.
Just all their stars firing, really. So that's what we need to have. We need to have all of our gears turning over. Let me just check here for Adelaide.
Yep.
Currently a nice 17.4 degrees.
That's solid.
Solid. And on Sunday, it is meant to be 19 degrees, top of 19, which will cop at 4 o'clock.
Yep.
High chance of showers,
Ooh, champagne showers.
champagne
well-
showers. So,
Get ready, Hugo and Butler.
yep.
It's going to be out the back and sliding around.
Butler loves Adelaide Oval.
Yeah.
And
Loves it.
And I imagine Machito would love playing in the wet as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dead set. Yeah,
Yep.
he'd froth it.
Caminiti.
Yeah.
That's the best thing. We've got so many players that love just a bit of ugly football if it needs to,
Yeah.
but if it's
Physicality.
clean, they're good too. So we've got both sides covered.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
play sweet and sour. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's it. So what do we reckon?
Sweet and sour, flash and
Yeah.
dour.
They've
We
got
can do
some.
it all.
They've got some guns. Obviously,
some-
we've talked about
Dacos.
Dacos. We've got his brother as well.
Their half back line rebound is their key.
Yeah, they're really
Crisp.
good.
I don't know if is Crisp in trouble this week or something, or is he? I heard he might not play, but maybe that's bullshit.
Nah, I think that's just the,
Mate,
the
so-
historical things that I don't think
Yeah.
he'll get in trouble for.
Nah.
So Crisp, Maynard, and Dacos are really the ones off
Off
half
of
back we
half-back.
really need to worry about.
Yeah.
Because that's what Collingwood do better than anyone. Maybe
Yeah.
we're matching them now the way we're going.
Yeah,
Off that
But
half
that's
back.
the thing; they push a long way up the ground, and that's where Brisbane got them.
Yeah, bang.
Yeah.
Straight back.
Yeah, and that's where they've lost a bit of ability with Jeremy Howe out of the side.
And they might get Ginnivan back this week, I've heard.
Yeah.
I think he's very likely to come in. So who gets him? Pato? Who put-
I know,
because-
but they got Jamie Elliott as well. Like they got a few like
Mycheck.
McCreary, like a few good small.
Yeah, McCreary's
forwards.
been
He's-
very
he's-
instrumental
and Bobby
this
Hill.
year.
Like,
Bobby Hill's another one, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're pretty dangerous in the smalls. Like, but their tools like Mycheck, like McStay will be playing in the ruck, won't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll be in the ruck.
So don't need to worry about him. And who's the other one? Is it Frampton? Is he
Yeah,
playing in the back or
He's
forward?
back.
He's
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so he really it's just Mycheck. That's the
He's the key. And then, Mason Cox won't play.
Yeah.
So Mason Cox key forward, but Jamie Elliott can play that role just as well.
Yeah.
I think their smalls are the danger, especially McCreary. He's been on fire. So
you got to stop it at the source.
Yeah.
We get first use out of the
Midfield.
middle with Rowe.
Yeah.
Yep.
That takes away their strengths.
Yep. And I think we can control the air. I think we'll control the airwaves.
Yeah. For once, we're actually playing a team that has less tools than us.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
hopefully it's not too wet. But
Yeah.
yeah. It'll be interesting to see what Caminiti's like in the wet. Like, he'll still go up hard. Just, I don't know if he'll be juking them as much. So it's really about those small midfielders getting in front of the pack, making sure we've got the outnumber like we did on the weekend against Gold Coast.
And then it's that ability to rove or shark off that pack.
Yeah.
And then use really quick hands. Because our hands...
Hunter Clark's going to be vital.
Our hands at the moment
So slick.
in traffic have been brilliant.
And I think, like, off the top of my dome, I reckon we're top 3 clubs for most South Australians. So I reckon there's going to be a fair South Australian presence. Like, you got the Wilkie family and Nasiah and Filippo and a few others in the mix, and I'm sure I'm forgetting. But yeah,
Does Highmore, maybe he gets a gig just for...
Oh,
He's
he-
South Australian, isn't he?
No,
I don't think
he's
we're
a-
that type of team
yeah.
anymore. We don't give gigs.
Nah,
for,
I'm staring.
no, but
I reckon Homer could be a sub if Bartel's out, because
he could be.
he can play tall, small. He's a bit of a utility.
Yeah.
And
Same with Sharman in a way.
yeah,
He's played wing, he's played forward, and he's played back last
Yeah.
year, so he's got a bit of versatility.
Yeah.
yeah, interesting what they do.
What's our gut feeling, boys?
I don't know.
It's a really hard one, isn't it?
I haven't had a gut feeling all year.
Yeah, since
Yeah.
we've been on this 4-game winning streak, we haven't really done predictions at the end of episodes.
No, and
I'm liking this.
I kept that quiet.
Let's-
and,
Like, I spoke to a guy today, and he's like, finals there. I reckon you're a lock for finals. What do you reckon? I'm like, I'm not going to comment on this.
Yeah.
He's like, just say it. Say the F word. I'm like, I'm not saying it, man.
No.
I'm not saying shit.
Yeah.
Okay? Give us, at the end of these next 2 weeks,
Yeah.
leading into Port, we'll have a very clear picture on where we sit.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Just do what we've been doing, boys.
That's it.
That's it. Bring the heat. Run.
Adelaide Oval,
run.
very similar dimensions to Marvel. So
Yeah.
let's do it, boys.
Oh, this is going to be big.
So yeah, a first road trip with Ross,
First road
Yeah.
trip. Yep. First time interstate this year.
and he was the doyen of the any time anywhere.
Yep. That's it.
And he had a formidable record when we travelled interstate.
Yes.
I remember,
Very good.
yeah, so many times we played Adelaide and Port, we just took him to the cleaners away from home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll want to make a statement.
Definitely.
In
Yeah,
this
this
game.
is a very big statement match
Yeah.
for St Kilda. Alrighty, boys. Well, it's been a lovely long weekend, and I believe we're going to wrap it up here with a bit of
Yeah.
Marshy's Minute.
Marshy's Minute. Marshy's Minute. Marshy's Minute. Marshy's Minute.
Yeah, I got a cheeky minute. So it's funny. This perhaps flies a little in what you're just saying there, Jake, but it's different. But there's a lot of positivity about the Saners at the moment. The lid is it's roiling. It's
Yep.
broiling at the moment. It's nearly about to fly off. And for those whose lids have already departed, I completely understand that. I reckon mine's nearly with theirs. If we beat Collingwood, the lid's fucking off.
Yep.
But what I don't like to see is people. How nice is it having your saintly swagger back?
Yes.
Your saintly strut. Like,
Proudly
we're
wearing
relevant. We're
colours.
playing the best football in the comp at the minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've played who we've played, but that's all you can do, right? So many good things. So I just don't really like when the negative Nancy's or
Are you referring to some comments today?
there's a lot of yeah, that's
There's a few I
right. So
read today,
so
but yeah.
the negative Neds as well, like, just telling others to basically how to support. Fucking
How to
go
feel.
for it. Go
Yeah.
for it. Like, if you're feeling good, and as every Sainer should at the minute, go for it, because who knows how long it's going to last.
Yeah.
We know that better than any team in the competition.
Yeah.
So
They got no clue.
We've earned our strut, even if it's only for 4 weeks. We've earned it.
Yeah.
And how much Saints gear are you seeing out and about in the town? Have you noticed a bit of an uptake?
Yeah, there
Emma
has
More
Rabbit,
been.
there's
stickers
been
on
a lot more.
cars, more
Yeah.
stickers on the back of cars I've
Yeah,
seen.
a lot more around Moorabbin. So I guess all I'm saying is, where you strut, you've earned that swagger, Saners. So
Spot on, because there are some people out there that will not allow Saners to enjoy anything until we literally win holding up the cup.
Yeah,
It's like,
my best mates.
I'm not going to wait until that moment, mate. Like, I'm rolling with this ride. This is
That's it.
amazing.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I've always had to tell the boys in the inbox, they're like, oh, shut up, Joycey, about your history and everything like that. Well, it's all in the past.
Like, good on ya.
It's all in the past. I could say the same thing about you guys up until 2017, and now you've won 3 cups. So why are you chatting shit to a football club that's had 1 cup?
That's it.
But I love-
What's your problem?
The feeling around
Why are you so
Saners-
insecure?
Yeah.
Why are you so insecure?
Because then who do they pick on? They can't pick on GWS and Gold Coast because they're not established clubs.
Yeah, they're not.
No
Yeah.
offense to them, but then we're the next best target and the longest route. But
Yeah.
if that ends, their minds are going to explode. Like, who do we go for? They'll still bag us. They'll go 2 cups. Good on you.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
like,
fine.
fair
So
enough.
whatever.
We don't give a shit.
We are the best team at soft walling it, hurling abuse, coming straight for us. We don't send it back. We absorb it.
Yeah.
We're just like,
We
whatever.
bunt it.
Yeah, we're like,
I like
alright.
what you said. We absorb it. We take it in, turn it into different like positive energy,
Yeah.
and go the other way.
Yeah.
Like after the game on Saturday night, they played Robbie Williams again.
Yeah,
and everyone's just smiling, singing along. It's like
I'm massive on the aim.
this is
I like
epic.
that. Yeah,
like
big
the
move.
vibes are so happy.
can I say pre-game?
Yeah.
So much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't there to catch it, but pre-game, it was loud.
The smoke, the
the
lights.
smoke,
Yeah,
the lights.
that's when I asked you boys at the start. That's
That's
what I wanted
you were
to paint to the
alluding to.
picture.
Well,
yeah,
you've got it
so-
at the end now.
Yeah.
This is the dessert. But yeah, the pre-game, delish.
Yeah.
Much
The
better.
music was great.
Yeah.
I think the MC woman that read out the players' names was excellent.
Yeah.
She said it with a lot of excitement.
Yep.
And then the boys running out the smoke, the
Yeah.
red lights. It really set the tone.
Joycey Senior said something, and it rings very, very true about modern football.
Yeah.
He said, when you used to go to old games and there was no entertainment on before the game, you just got to your seat and you had to wait for that bounce. And it led you to that bounce because you got so much tension boiled up within you. Everyone's making a lot of noise. And as soon as that ball goes up, everyone's cheering. The whole stadium is just going absolutely mental.
Yeah.
Like, go boys, go Saints, let's get this. And then say Ryan Marshall gets the first clearance and sends it inside 50, it keeps going up another level. Like that cheer keeps going. So I reckon, I'm putting it out to Saints fans, that's what can make us different from the other clubs. Is when that ball is in the centre. There was a bit more of it on the weekend, but as soon as the ball went up, everyone went quiet.
Well, that's one. I do want to.
yeah,
I
Make
do.
some noise. Aisle
yeah.
29.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do.
Yeah.
I do want to bring this up. The first quarter, the crowd was quiet.
Yeah.
But what I loved, and I said this to Jess, I was like, the umps are getting involved in the second quarter. We weren't getting a few free kicks, and
Yeah.
Saners were getting mad. I'm like,
Yeah.
the energy.
Yeah, that's
this
it.
is
Yeah,
creating
we just need
energy.
umpires to piss us off for a
This
little
is
bit.
creating energy,
Yeah.
and that's when we clicked,
Yeah.
and we kicked 5 goals in a row.
Yeah.
That's
like
it.
the crowd. I reckon. Yeah, you're right. Saints fans have such a big influence on how this team goes this
Oh,
year,
yeah.
more than any other club.
Yeah.
For sure. And one thing that, while we're sort of talking this up, then a way to sort of stay engaged in the game,
Yeah.
even when the opposition's got it. And I think it might have been you, Joycey, that brought it up a while ago, but we're going for the 1%ers. Like, we're cheering, a good tackle or just a good 1%er.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way to maintain in the game because the boys are delivering plenty on that front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's
Got to back them up.
The club's ticking all the boxes. So are the fans.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's been a great month.
If there was ever a time to make noise, now.
Yeah.
Bring it.
Now.
Either
100%.
Adelaide Oval or the Bentley Social. and
Bentley
if not,
Social will be.
Social.
at home,
We're
just
going to get noise complaints.
go nuts.
We're gonna
We
get
are.
noise complaints. Yeah.
That's it. So get your Mondays off, Sona.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Like,
it.
That's what I do. That's
Yeah.
what I've done, actually.
Well done. Alrighty, boys. Well, I reckon we'll wrap it up there. Very keen for this weekend.
Oh.
Gather round Collingwood. What time do we get to the social, boys?
3
Three.
3 o'clock.
From 3 o'clock.
4:50 game.
Yeah, 4:50 game. And if you're like me, get a meal in before the
Absolutely.
game. Because I hate eating and watching football.
We say 3. If
Food
you
goes
want,
cold.
come earlier. Get a feed and watch the game
Yeah,
beforehand.
if you come in at 3, you'll get plenty of time for
Absolutely.
a feed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely be
It's
doing
going to
that.
be weird seeing the transition between Do you reckon Geelong and West Coast like wait they form like a guard of honour? As you know what they do for like the reserves on the weekends?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
So the team that plays before waits for the seniors to come
We'll see,
out.
we'll see, we'll
It's like
see
the
our
juniors when
boys
the
on the
seniors
side
come in.
warming up as
Yeah.
their game's going.
Exactly.
you know?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Just waiting
Yeah.
to get into the change rooms. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's brilliant. I don't mind that. Alrighty, boys. Well, Bentley Social, Sunday, 3 o'clock. Get down. Saints on. Let's go. Saints
go.
footy.
So
Yo!
good.
Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, wait,
Hold on, wait a minute.
Knock on the early crow. Knock, knock.
who's there?
Owens.
Owens, who?
When the Saints go marching in, oh, when the Saints go marching in, oh, how I want to be secure. Oh, when the Saints go marching in, oh, when the Saints, oh, when the Saints go marching in, go marching in, oh, when the Saints go marching in, oh, how I want to be secure. Oh, when the Saints go marching in.